Hi, it's Matthew with TeamViewer Software. In this video, I'd like to compare the performance of TeamViewer and OptiTune Remote Connect. Now, many of you are probably already familiar with TeamViewer, but for those of you who aren't, TeamViewer lets you remotely connect to and control another computer's desktop using your keyboard and mouse. If you need to provide remote assistance to an end user or customer, a remote assistance tool like TeamViewer or OptiTune Remote Connect is crucial. OptiTune Remote Connect is just one feature of OptiTune, which is a complete remote monitoring and management solution. OptiTune will let you do many things like managing patches, deploying applications, scripts, and has other remote access tools like a web-based command prompt, task manager, PowerShell, etc., etc. OptiTune is also unique among other RMMs in that it is one of the few solutions that has developed its own remote desktop software called OptiTune Remote Connect. Most other RMMs bundle TeamViewer, Splashtop, or another third-party product into their RMM. So many of our potential customers ask, well, what is the performance like with OptiTune Remote Connect? Well, let's take a look. So when you're using OptiTune Remote Connect, you basically go to a computer details page and click Remote Connect, and then hit Open Connection, and then it'll open a connection in the Remote Connect software. So here I have it already opened. You can see it's a standard remote desktop type software. The key thing is it will let you connect to a computer that's either on your local network or across the country through the internet, because it will use relay servers when it can't get a direct connection to another computer. So you could be supporting a customer who's in a hotel room who's having problems with their computer easily with a solution like this, and that includes TeamViewer as well. So we can see, basically I've got a few sites open on this other computer, file manager, etc., etc. You can drag windows around, use stuff on the start menu. It's pretty basic, and it's pretty responsive. So now let's compare it with TeamViewer. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show them side by side. So here we have OptiTune Remote Connect on the right, and now I will put TeamViewer on the left. So I have them kind of arranged already for this demo. So now you see, so I've got my mouse, here's my mouse at the top right. I'm going to use OptiTune Remote Connect and do stuff so you can kind of see the relative performance between the two products. So now these are both connected to the same computer at once, and they're going to show the same stuff. And what we want to see is that they're both similar speeds, or that OptiTune Remote Connect is not far behind TeamViewer. So let's just drag some stuff around. It's looking pretty normal. And we can bring up some apps, go through them, kind of exercise it. Now let's see. Now I'm bringing up our TeamViewer software website. Now I'm trying to see a difference if one is faster than the other, and I can't really tell. I think TeamViewer is like a tiny bit faster, but it's really hard to see. The file explorer. It's, from what I can see, it's basically the same speed. It's very, very close. Now we can take a look at some other things, like let's see what the memory usage and CPU usage of these two products are. So now OptiTune is using a little more CPU than TeamViewer, but TeamViewer is using a lot more RAM. It's using 534 megabytes. OptiTune is using 42 megabytes to show the remote computer. So that's a big difference. Now what else can we do? Let's see here. I'll just try to scroll through some things. Yeah, it's very, very similar. I cannot really tell much of a difference. Now we can also take a look at some other tools, like they each provide a file transfer utility inside the remote viewer. So let's see here. On TeamViewer we say open file transfer. And that brings up a little explorer thing. We can click on things and I guess drag from one side to the other to copy files or folders. And in OptiTune, it also has a file transfer UI. It's a little more detailed, and it's borrowed from our Easy Computer Sync product. So you can see you can also do very similar things. It's a little more a richer interface. You can do things like right-click on stuff and whoops. It has almost full Explorer capabilities. I don't know if you can do that in TeamViewer. No, I don't think you can do that kind of thing. But that's a minor point. The main point we want to see is the performance between TeamViewer and OptiTune Remote Connect very different? And it doesn't seem to be very different. I think it's pretty much the same from what I can see. I'm looking at the smoothness of when I'm dragging this window around. It's very smooth. I mean, it's very slightly smoother on the right side, but it also could be because that's where I'm controlling it from. I'll go over here and control it from this side. Yeah, okay, so in this case, OptiTune is very slightly better than TeamViewer. But I'm sure TeamViewer has some cases where it's very slightly better than OptiTune. I guess the point here is there's not that much of a difference between the two products when you're looking just at performance. But there is a significant difference in the two products between price. OptiTune is significantly cheaper than TeamViewer. You'd have to go to the websites for each product to take a look, but it is significantly cheaper, and it includes all these other functions because it's a full-fledged RMM. You can deploy applications, see which computers are patched, which aren't, deploy updates, deploy scripts. You can do all kinds of things, reporting, stuff like that. So yeah, so that basically wraps it up. Hope this video was useful for you guys. Thanks.